better match, I believe, than the previous ones. One that they can have a harder time. Playing well, juggle. Oh wow, all the way back.
Ouais, celui qui est à l'antenne, donc le 1. Ouais,
There we go.
le 7 qui
There
peut
we
y
go.
aller.
And again,
Et moi, pendant ce
down
point-là,
flip,
je suis
baby.
allé chercher les
Oh, he missed his throw.
Ça avait déjà mettre en mémoire leur layout.
Oh, he anticipated it and he landed it. Too predictable. Team Lampard, so Team Paris. Another name to the players. Not sure who the players are. Oh, nice. Up past. Just had a throw. Trap. Wow.
This is still just set up, right? Are they starting? Starting? Okay. 5 minutes? That's what I thought. So I tried to get I'm just posting on Facebook and stuff.
All right.
Just letting everyone know.
So you were live with the Dragon Blaze one, right?
What?
You were live with the
Yes.
Dragon Blaze as well. And how many viewers?
No problem. Sorry.
By the way, can I sit down here? Or?
Yes, please. That's why I got the chairs.
Thank you very much. Yeah, how many viewers do you have?
Right now I think about 40 or 50. 49.
Good stuff.
He's got the reversal timing on block as well. Not easy in this game.
Back. So, hey guys.
Hey guys.
Let me back up a little bit so we can get everyone in here. Icarus is going to be right here.
Oh, good block!
Just a second when he actually gets here.
We're live, right?
Yes, we are live.
So yeah. I should maybe introduce myself. I'm Pasmo. Some of you may know me from the forum. So hi guys.
Yeah, it's great to have you on here.
Getting ready for some Batrider action.
Yes, we are. Looks like they're tweaking the game settings, making sure that everything's working correctly, input checks and all that.
It's running an arcade, guys.
So when will it start at 4? Around 4 or what?
It should be starting in just a few minutes, but they said about 5 minutes.
So where are the others?
August?
No, the others. So Icarus.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Icarus coming.
We're just about to stop.
Alright, just had to go. Get the nicotine fix.
Oh, gotcha. All right, so yeah, this is Icarus.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
I'm sure quite a few of you know. So we are about to start this, probably just three or so minutes away.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you
Yeah,
both for,
no problem.
for helping out.
It's a pleasure to be on again.
Yeah. So I guess, is there anything we should say about the round before it starts in terms of what we expect to see from this?
It's going to be high risk, very high risk. He's going to be playing quite a lot of very tough strategies, and they're going to require very specific score milestones in order to achieve them, because he needs to extend at certain points.
He needs to have the right character at the right time.
Exactly, yeah. So we're going to try and identify most of them for the stream, but he does have a lot of backup strategies from what I remember, so hopefully he'll be able to pull off quite a lot of it. But yeah, it's going to be very tight and hopefully very exciting as well. It should be pretty good.
All right. Well, let me just bring up the Batrider scene here. It should just take a second. I'm going to stretch out my motion.
Off in the house.
All right, cool. So yeah, it looks like they're not quite started yet, but they're right about to let it go. So just doing some final testing. So this is going to be awesome. His original estimate was F9.
It was, yes.
And then he was telling me that he might play a little bit more conservatively, a little bit more safely today. After what happened yesterday.
Yeah, but most of his strategies, like I said, are very high risk, and there's a very good chance he may game over in some of them. Like, for example, in stage 2, if he's trying to milk Boredom and Bashanet, they can be very trolly, especially when they drop medals in places or buzz or discs and stuff. They can cause a lot of issues. So I think if he's going to be conservative, he's going to reduce a lot of his score potential, but hopefully he should still hit most of his score milestones to get the extends that he needs. Yeah.
And it's important that he has carpet for certain bosses alive to get the milking points, the tick points.
Yeah,
that's crucial.
Yeah, carpet will be a very big factor in his score here. So,
oh my god, that jump was
because
awesome.
she gets so much tick points with the options and the piercing shot that a lot of the score potential comes from that. I think it's about 45 to 50% of the score. Yeah, it's a lot. But he needs carpet for very specific bosses and sections, because anywhere else with carpet, the rank goes crazy. Yeah. Because you're not supposed to have carpet for that long. So you'll see quite a lot of extend juggling, which will be pretty interesting to see. Hopefully he'll be able to do Black Heart 2 as well, which will be a very good boss, because that boss is actually worth 3.5 million.
Oh, so almost as much as
yeah, it's Black Heart 2 is like the highest scoring boss in Batrider, because the ideal strategy is to have max bombs and flying baron when you start the fight. You drain all your bombs on the first 2 phases, and then suicide to carpet, and then use the next 3 bombs to mop up and kill the boss. And hopefully if he does it, he should get a double extend by the start of
Extend ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's doing test on checks.
I believe this is still checking.
Yeah, it's still checking.
Signal's cutting in and out, so I think they're having some issues with the capture. Can someone in the chat just let us know if the volume is okay? Can we all be heard pretty well? I know there's a lot of background noise.
Yeah, it's pretty noisy in here, like. So.
It really is.
Yeah, we've got the fighting game scene just behind the streaming setup.
Yeah, F-word's right there.
Yeah, it's pretty noisy in here, but it's a good atmosphere. Like, and it looks like it's filling up quite nicely behind us for Batrider, so it should be really good. Yeah, there's a lot of people back there.
I don't know if
Thousands of Batrider fans invading the hall.
There is a lot of people back there. You can just about see it.
If you kind of look up like in the stands up there, it's like you can barely tell, but there's a lot of people there.
They all love Batrider. Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
This is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to actually see Rising again at Stunfest, because obviously we had Kamui 2 years ago, and that was really exciting for people to watch.
That must have been really, really special.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I was talking to Prometheus that day, and he had like concerns that character wouldn't be well received. And for the first couple of stages, it was like very quiet. But then, as soon as people started getting into it by stage 5, just everyone really started watching, and it was really, really good to see. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I mean,
I think concerns about it are very logical, because the game, Rising style, at first glance, doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense.
it doesn't. No, I mean, that's the one reason why they had a lot of concerns, is that there's a lot of strategy involved. So you do need to explain a lot to the general audience how things work, and certain tricks. But I think a lot of the techniques that are involved are very self-explanatory. Once you've seen it once, like bombing caches of metal switch, for example, you can pretty much work out that that's what they're going to do for most of the game. So I think a lot of it should be self-explanatory here, but I would assume that commentators will probably explain more about extend juggling and stuff like that. So it'll be really interesting to see how they react to it back there. I think it should be pretty good.
Yeah, it should be great.
Yeah, there's a lot of people back there, guys. Believe me.
It's hard to see on the webcam.
Yeah.
There's plenty. It's like we've been saying for the last day or so. I mean, it's just an amazing energy.
It is.
Throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we keep coming. Like, we've been coming for the past 2 years, and it's always been a lot of people hanging around, playing games, talking to each other. It's a great place to be, and it's like a nice atmosphere, because you don't get this normally when you're just playing games on your own. It's a very social thing. Like, that's what's missing from a lot of game centers nowadays.
Yeah, what you usually have in the arcades, we can't have anymore in Europe,
Yeah,
the US.
Yeah.
Well, there are some arcades in the US.
I mean, it's
Because in Europe, it's
getting
like
smaller and
completely
smaller
dead.
and smaller. I mean, in Southern California, where I live, there used to be a few big ones, even a few big community-run ones, and now it's like round 1, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like there's Super Arcade, which was another really big one in the area. It closed a while ago for renovation. They haven't reopened. so people are kind of wondering what's going on with it. There's still a very strong arcade community, especially the fighting game scene is still really, really active.
Yeah.
But the arcades themselves are kind of dying out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad to see.
Yeah, and that's why these events are quite important because it gives people, the excitement of being around a lot of people around playing games and talking and communicating. Even if it's only like for a few days, it's still something for a lot of people to experience and enjoy. So it's good stuff.
And they're really popular. They attract a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's stuff going on here. It's exciting.
Yeah, it is good. It's great. Yeah.
It's an amazing. I really wish there was something like that in the States.
Yeah.
It's just everything. I mean, we have great fighting game stuff in the States.
Yeah.
So this is
Nothing like this that just sort of celebrates everything. It's just an amazing celebration of arcade culture and retro gaming. It's kind of skill play. It's really interesting. Let's see what's happening in chat here. Kempa. Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, so it looks like they're still working with the capture here.
Looks like he's booting up at the moment as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be good. Like, I hope he manages to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough run.
He's going to be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I mean, he's practiced a lot. When you watch his streams, he has got a lot of consistency now. So hopefully there won't be as much trolling from some of the bosses and the stages.
The rising boss trolling is so real.
It's amazing to watch, but it's also horrible for the player because you don't want stuff like that to happen all the time.
They're
He's doing a test.
yeah, they're doing
So have we talked about yesterday's one, Batrider?
Yeah, we mentioned it in passing. And what I did not mention on stream is that we have an input file recorded of Batrider Run from yesterday, and we have I filmed the whole thing with my camera, so we have record of that. I don't know if it's worth rendering or uploading or anything like that, but we have it.
Yeah. I think I need to make a copy of that actually because it's still on that camera upstairs.
Yeah, we should do that.
Connect that.
Ninja mask. Yeah, pork ninjas.
Pork
Where's the
ninjas,
camera? People actually. Can you see it? Probably. It's like this. Yeah. Right. It's pork all the way.
Going
See,
full
now,
pork,
now I
guys.
feel like I'm being left out.
Yeah, put the shades on.
But I already have glasses, so it doesn't really work too well.
Turn on then.
What's like up here?
Yeah.
Ninja invasion.
Stamina for
Oh god.
touch of the rock.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Now it's the first time just well, look at this basically. This is
Oh, you want to go full pork?
Where's Dell? He's probably playing pork right now.
guaranteed pressure.
What do you mean he's watching?
No, he's up at the balcony, I think. Just up there. You can see a bunch of them in the corner. Yeah, you can see taking all them guys there, yeah.
What we got next?
When's Muji Pork? Yeah, we're not streaming that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's definitely here.
No, it's not even here.
Oh, it's not?
No, we can't play it.
Oh, I thought they brought it.
They haven't, I think.
Yeah,
yesterday.
Yom was saying they were going to put it in one of the cabs.
So it's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was super excited. Because
Yeah, so probably Dell wouldn't play it anyway because he only wants to build one Kuku or Matsuri or
he's
101
very-
because he's.
well, you could do Mokuku and Hada on PCB, but
Right, but not 101.
yeah, not one
Yeah,
of
yeah.
mine.
He's very stubborn though. Delhi only wants to play certain things, so yeah.
Which way, I can understand it in a way because 101 really seems to be like the game that it's originally intended to be.
Yeah, they tweaked a lot of it to make it a little bit more
Yeah.
accessible, I think, because I think they made a mistake of making the log not last as long, and that stupid build condition.
Lucan is absolutely retarded.
It is horrible, I don't think it's even worth trying to trigger the loop unless you're extremely good at the game.
Yeah.
It's silly though. But yeah, he is extremely stubborn, so no amount of pushing we can do will get him to play it.
How did these weeks go? I wish I could have been there when I had
I had one very quick go when I got to the stage 5 boss, but I made a ton of mistakes along the way. But it was more for testing certain theories, and what I found out was that Wing Speeds on the PCB has 20% more slowdown, which makes a lot more strategies viable. So
you have much more to execute.
yeah, so I'm going to look and try and actually get a decent run going for that, maybe later today. So.
All right. I will be incredibly excited.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'm super psyched about
Kuro is...
There was a guy there actually like showed how to play the first few stages, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Like, because I'm just like doing blind stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, you gotta do it like this. I'm like, whoa, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. So if you've played Ibarra Range on the PS2 board,
I hadn't.
It's really comparable.
it's a similar system, but what they've done is they've added a grazing multiplier.
The grazing is new to Kuro, but the bombing system is very similar to what you have in
Yeah, the rank manipulation is kind of similar, but a lot more grazing is required now to get the high scores because it adds the graze multiplier to the bomb multiplier for the really high value points. So it's actually quite challenging in a way, but it's
It's fun.
yeah, it's good fun.
I was having a few goes. Well, it's really difficult to play blind because it's one of those games that's just 100% from the start.
Yeah.
Throwing at you 1 million bullets.
It's not noob friendly, I don't think. If you don't understand the game to begin with, you'll never understand the game at all. It's one of those games where you have to play it a lot and try and understand the system before you actually get into it.
Guys, for those wondering when Batrider is, I'm just as much in the dark as you are, but soon is the best that I can say. I mean, literally any minute now. The only reason that they didn't do it before was they were having some technical difficulties with capture, but it was supposed to start 5 or so minutes ago.
Yeah, I think it looks like they're still testing the border.
Yeah. It's also coming in really dim.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can adjust that on my end with brightness contrast, but I'm wondering if they're having issues with the signals.
I think it should be okay. Managed to capture the PCB before. It should be okay this time.
I mean, everything's been played on PCB so far.
Yeah.
Story of our European FGC live.
Feedback.
So, Software, do you know if Aquas is playing the game at home with the PCB or?
No, he's playing MAME.
He's playing a MAME, right?
Yeah. He does have access
But he's used to the stick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does have access to it though, because a friend of his has the board, so occasionally he does play on the PCB.
Yeah, he's definitely practiced on it.
Yeah, so, but he generally plays on names.
Oh boy.
It ain't Stunfest without technical issues and delays. You don't know the half of it, Ethan. You don't know the half of it.
Alright, how we going?
Seriously, it's...
I almost wish I had like just been recording the whole debacle in the small stage last night.
Honestly, it is horrible for us because originally he asked me to help him find an emulator for it, and we managed to find one because I left the ROMs of my FTP. So we got it to work and we thought, oh, this should be okay. But then they had issues splitting the HDMI. Yeah, so that caused a few issues. And we eventually worked out how to get it on screen. However, then they had issues splitting the sound. And that was a problem because the cable that they required was like a mini jack to phono, which they technically should have had, but they didn't.
I have one.
Oh,
Oh, God.
God damn it. So what their idea was, they were just going to give him headphone audio first, right? That didn't quite work out. So what they were going to do is they were going to route it through speakers. The splitter they had, the mini jack splitter, was giving audio feedback. You've probably heard it a few times.
That was what that was.
So after that failed,
And then the concert at the same time was
yeah, and then they had the drum and bassy concert going on in the background. And then their next idea was to plug in small speakers, but they couldn't find a cable to fit those. I don't know what it is with PC and emulation games at Stunfest. It's generally quite bad when it comes to setups. I had issues last year setting up for Crimson Clover, and I had to play with speaker audio, which was a bit of a problem because the speaker's about this big and it was right behind me. So. Yeah, so I got deafened quite a few times doing that. Yeah, fun. And it's quite a problem, especially in games like Batrider as well, where if you're using audio cues, you need to be able to hear everything. And especially with Aquas' run as well, if he doesn't have headphones to play, he's not going to be able to do, timeout kills, for example, because he needs to know what spot in the music to kill the boss. So it's going to be interesting. I think he's got headphones here though, so he should be fine. But yeah, there has been some general issues with a lot of setup and Stunfest. Stunfest without technical issues.
I mean, I think that's the sort of gaming events in general. It's like you show up and you plan for everything, and it doesn't matter because nothing ever goes the way it should.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's generally the fun of it, though. I think.
Yeah, you really don't have any practice before any preparation. Just run into the water.
When we do live stuff in the US, I bring along this giant bag of like every cable that we've ever needed in any event.
Yeah.
99% of the time we never need to touch it, but then there's like.
Hey guys, so what's going on right now?
Could you?
Yeah, so what's going on right now is the directions on the stick were like wrong. Left was up and right up and down and that type of thing. So they had to fix that. Also, they had to make sure it's on free play. And they also had to turn on continues. So they did all that. And so it's looking like it's pretty good now, but the directions just messed up again. So now they're fixing that again. So
Wait, how did what?
the directions were going the wrong way.
But how did, if you fixed it, how did it mess
Maybe
up?
they didn't fix it the first time, but I don't know. I thought they did. Anyway,
I thought they would have put you in the Dragon Blaze cap though, because that's set up, right?
I don't know which one. I don't know. Yeah.
Is it
It's on one. Yeah. It's on. Yeah. So. Yeah. So that's where we're at right now. Just to give you guys an update.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Super Player. Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, that explains what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, for those of you wondering why there's no Batrider,
We are waiting for Batrider. Unfortunately, Batrider does not like to wait for us.
Hopefully it will not time out us.
the bats do not want to be ridden. Okay. Well.
It's been exhausting though, I must admit, trying to get everything set up. So.
Oh, by the way, nice shirt.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that STG Weekly one yesterday?
Yeah, this is, I would prefer this one.
That's mean. All right.
Yeah, it is. It's not NMK Weekly, right?
I don't know. Maybe it should be. Oh god. We were making jokes about that earlier. Like dudes quotes for Thunder Dragons.
Yeah, we need more Hacha Mecha Fighter. This game.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking good game. I haven't played that in forever. Oh god, being here just making me want to go play shit. Oh, it's terrible.
Excusez-moi, est-ce que quelqu'un parmi vous a le planning du main stage?
Could you say that in English?
Oh, sorry. I'm looking for the schedule of the main stage.
Oh, ask this guy. It should be like.
Okay, thank you.
Radical is posting in chat.
Oh, really?
Sat over there?
I don't know. Maybe we should just get everyone up here. all 27 of us.
Oh my god.
That's almost so cool about it, though. I mean, there's like 30 people here who are all really in shape.
Hey, was there a water bottle? Hey, give me that water. There you go. All right, we're good to go now. So wish you luck.
Yeah.
Awesome, good luck,
Let's
dude.
go. Let's
Let's
kick together.
Let's
Kick together.
Yes.
All right.
Oh boy.
Let me just get ready and then switch it over.
Is everything okay for you, Toby?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry about the hour, the time, the question you asked me. I was wrong, I think.
It's okay.
It's okay. Perfect.
It's just like, delays happen. It's fine.
Okay.
It's just like we were expecting the Batrider to start over and then what shit happened? It's not your fault.
Right.
So yeah, here we go. They are going over to Batrider. So are we. It's a little bit dark. Let me see if I can fix it. Oh shit. Okay, that's a problem. Nah, fuck it. I can't get it any brighter, unfortunately. I don't want to just blind out the signal.
We're getting ready to go, I think, hopefully.
So, yeah. Aquas is generally a shot. Garrett shot and Maria bombed. So,
Yeah, it's a road record, by the way.
yeah. Very much inspired by GTA. Most of the routes.
And we are going to see some new strategies that come right from STG.
Yeah. We managed to secure the world record replay by the player himself. So we've learned quite a lot from him, and he's going to apply quite a lot of strategies here. The first stage is going to be very important.
Yes.
He needs to get at least 1.35 million from the whole stage, so that he can extend at the right time in the second stage. Otherwise, it's going to be extremely difficult.
The reason to use Cartman first is pretty good here.
Yep.
So easy, so much easier to get points in this section.
Yeah, and especially to rack up the metal chain as quickly as possible for the next section, especially to break the glass and get one metal at a time.
That building we just destroyed and knocked over the side as a trigger for Ashnet 2. Yeah, right. Ashnet 2, so that's all ready to go. He's on target here at the moment. He's going to get 2,000 point medals here. Yep. He's going to sweep up these cars here.
So medal at 3,000 now.
Yep. 3,000 point medals. He's a little bit behind, but he should be okay here. What he's going to do is he's going to grab some of these cash bags here, money awards, and then he's going to suicide carpet to flying barrel. He's going to do it right in the middle of the boss so that the shrapnel doesn't destroy any turrets. That's good. He'll try and pick up all of his options, and then he's going to destroy the flame turrets first because they're worth 30k each. Destroy that before the armor. So that's the first one he's done. The armor. And we go for the second one. Yep, that's good. So the next step here is to try and destroy the back missile launchers. The main problem with this boss is it triggers its attacks randomly. Sometimes you get good attacks, and sometimes you get bad attacks. Yeah, it is. That's why we all hate Conflict at the beginning, because if he doesn't give you the right attacks first, this could be a problem. Yeah. If he doesn't give you the right attacks first, then it really limits your small potential. So here with the Garrigan ship, he's going to drop the options to the side. He's going to try to.
Okay. Now go for the
Don't worry, he's got this. He's got this. There we go. Let's 2 of them down. 1.32 is not bad. It's a little bit low. He has had 1.5 before, but he should get the extend if he's careful. Sky High is generally the run ender because of the 2 bosses at the end. But for the beginning, okay. Let's change the Maria a little bit earlier.
Well, and Lemieux is probably going for the special option, special shot power up, right?
Yeah. When you trigger special shot and special option, if you have a Batrider character alive at the end of the highway, it gives you an extra boss from each stage.
And that's the trigger for...
That's the trigger for the secret boss in this stage, which is Fashion Out. Yeah.
Oh, so you need to trigger that and do the sign.
Yes. No, different Bastionets.
Oh, right. Yes.
Bastionets. He's got the extend array, so that's good. On these missiles. He's a little bit behind in score here, but I think he's probably trying to rein it in here. So 1.74 is quite good. These helicopters here, the turret helicopters, you aura or bomb for 50k each. And auring is generally quite dangerous. But he should have the second one down here. He's going to do it. He's going to swing up to the other one, destroy the side turret, and give it to the weak. Then go to the other one. Or that one. So this entire section here with these 4 helicopters, when the second 4 phases in, you can actually aura 1 more as it's escaping, so he's going to try and do that here.
Oh, no.
These laser ring turrets you destroy, and on that side it spawns drones, which gives you extra drones to look items from. However, this is a trolling bit here because Order moves in random directions and can actually use this attack, this green wave, to stop you from hitting the missile. And that's extremely dangerous in some cases. But it looks like the medals are probably just Order.
And using Clark's options there to control with medals are dropping. Gives them a lot of control for the moving.
Yeah, if you're familiar with the Barra, for example, you use the Godot gun as a shield, and that's basically what Carpen's options are like. You just drop it in place, and they last a long time and they'll destroy everything they hit. So, and they're also worth, they give you a lot of points as well, especially on the bosses like this, where you can kind of take each arm here is worth 10k, and he's going to try and go for as many as possible. But he has an audio cue here. I can't remember exactly what it is. I think it's like 2.5 music loops where it times out.
Yeah, it's usually 2.5.
Yeah, so what he's going to do is he's going to milk these until a certain point in the music, and then he's going to go and damage it and try and kill it as quickly as possible.
And with these arms, it's funny because in the practice run yesterday, actually 3 arms spawned in one place.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can get glitchy arms and get 2 or even 3 at the same time and get more points for them.
I've never seen that before until yesterday. And it's
no one really knows
funny.
the conditions, but it seems to be kind of messed up sometimes.
This is actually quite leisurely in some cases and quite dangerous, and that was fairly early.
Yeah, that was good to use Bashy. He's going to try to take off the one side here so he can milk the missile from the other.
Yes, F Bashy. Good.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we hate this boss. So what he's going to do here is he's going to just let the Aura destroy the missiles. The Aura is strong enough for this, and it also makes it easier to pick up the items as well because they just drop right in front of you and you just pick them up. He has to be careful where he is moving though, because if Flashnet suddenly swings across the screen and tries to fire a pod at him, it can kill him in some cases. And this is a dangerous pattern. He's going to milk these sword blades. Aura gives you 10k, whereas shooting them with carpet gives you 1k. And also the missiles behind them will give him points and items. And this is extremely dangerous. This can end very close to that, very close.
I feel like Sovereigns in the Yagawa games are always just such big.
And this boss is such a troll though, because it can do stuff like this where you've got to swing the sword blade through there.
So
too far over.
Oh my god.
No, he's okay, he's okay.
He's doing it.
What he's aiming to do is he's going to try and destroy at least 14 or 15 of these, and then time out the actual phase by letting the sword blade return. What happens is when the sword blade returns, it releases mines. So when that happens, it bombs all the mines and the sword blades and the boss. Absolutely. You can bomb 2 forks. And he's sort of at corner, so he should get extended soon. And this boss, this part of the phase is fairly easy. The boss has 3 attacks, which it telegraphs basically. When it's sweeping around and then it suddenly stops, it fires this attack.
Which is easily saved.
Yes, you just quickly move up to the side of the cannon and shoot. If it moves around and you see the little point hatch underneath it, open up, it fires mines. That is dangerous because it fires a fast spread as well. And if it moves around and then drops down the screen, that's when it shoots its lasers and it starts left, right, left, right, left, right.
Backs up.
And then backs up. This is a laser attack here. What he'll do is he'll alternate left to right to try and damage it when he's getting too far.
Yeah, this is one of the typical bosses that you want to milk with carpet for tick points. This one and Top Robo especially. Very close.
Score here. He started with 3 million, he's got 3.3 already, and the boss has still got another minute to go. So he's going to probably end at around 3.5, 3.6. He should get an extend at the beginning of Sewer, and there's a new trick which we will let you know about at the beginning of Sewer.
This is the cartridge behind the lasers, right?
Yeah. Basically, when we get to it, there's 5 hatch turrets, which is a trigger for Blackheart. However, we just found out from TKH's free player that if the laser turrets are firing upwards when you destroy them, they give you 50k each. We didn't know that originally. We just thought that getting the medals was the highest value. But now we try and work out the best way to actually get it here. And you'll see it coming up in a second.
Yeah, and that trick especially comes in handy because it's quite difficult to get all 4 medals for each of the turrets.
Yeah.
So now we can just kill them from behind.
Yeah.
and get 50k and don't have to worry about the medals at all.
Yeah.
So that's quite fun.
I mean, the section can troll you as well because these little aircraft coming up can drop a medal outside of the laser, and you can see here that the balls again. Sometimes the medals drop on the other side of the laser. Here we go.
Oh no!
He got only 3 of them.
He's missed a couple here, but it's not too bad.
Yeah.
What he wants to be able to get up to is 4.5 million for the next score extend before deviate.
Right.
Here, going for the medal. Right.
Yep, it's a medal cache here, which he'll pop. Interestingly, he doesn't destroy all the tanks because they're worth a fair bit as well. It's okay here though.
For the next section, he's going to be really aggressive, I guess, to aura all these staying.
What he does for the next section is he cancels his shot by switching down all the fire and then switching back up. What that allows him to do is that allows him to shoot the turrets off these tanks and then aura them straight afterwards.
Wow.
Because usually if you charge up and then fire, it fires for about
the supercharge.
Yeah, for about 5 or 6 seconds.
Alright.
That's fine. We'll class that as a suicide because it does need the.
You need to die soon.
Yeah, you would have suicided the boss at latest anyway, so it's alright.
Yeah, so I don't know if we'll get the extends soon, but we'll probably get it out of Black Heart. This is pretty dangerous here. Yeah, he's going to forego that one. Go for this one. There are 5 medal caches here for 4 medals each, so it's going to be 20 medals in total, plus bombing.
And there we qualify for the extend, so that's easy drop.
Now this is going to be quite difficult because this boss has a lot of different attacks, but it's also very high scoring. You can see 6 large gun ports, and they open up, fire a turret, and that turret is worth 10k each time, and they just constantly regenerate. So what you're going to do is you're going to drop your auto fire rate so you can actually shoot quite easily. However, the gun ports are destroyed, they are worth 10k each. That was a safety bomb.
Yeah, this bomb was not supposed to happen because he destroyed one of the hatches too early and is probably losing a lot of points.
Yeah. So I think his scoring shouldn't be too far behind. He's going to be very careful here though. What he's going to do is he's going to try not to destroy the center turret.
Using options in forward formation and locking them so they won't get it.
That's right, yeah. So it should be fairly safe here. There is a little visual cue you can use to determine when it's going to time out because it moves in a very set pattern. I think it's like once it undocks, it goes left to right to left to right to left and then times out towards the right of the screen.
Yeah.
So what he's going to do is he's going to count how many times it goes right and then phase it each time as it's moving right. So that when it's due to time out, he destroys it. So at the moment he's got 3 gun ports down, which is bad for scoring, but it's a little bit safer here. This pattern isn't too hard to beat really with that.
Well, the main attacks get worse the more hatches you have destroyed, so he's dealing with quite bad patterns right now.
He's doing
It's
okay.
not a bit early, but still.
We have Black Heart. Hopefully he should get drones on the first 4, which will give him an extend. But what he'll try and do here, I think, is graze mill one of them. Because grazing actually reduces rank.
Yes.
And it's pretty...
Very small amount, but it does.
Yeah.
This is a pretty advanced trick.
Yeah, it's a pretty cute trick here. You just sit here and reduces rank. He's got to watch out for that single bullet though. And just try that for the middle. Okay, good. No, he hasn't got it yet. With Black Heart, you can usually tell what attack it's going to use by watching the hatches which open. At the moment, the 2 hatches next to the cockpit are open, so it's firing a spread. If you watch carefully, you can see a little hatch on the cockpit open. That's when he fires missiles. I haven't done it on this one. So he's getting bad luck here. So ideally, he should have phased 2 hatches.
There we go. Now he gets the drone.
Extend, yeah!
There we go. So he's probably going to play a little bit safe here. Safe So ideally, on the really high scoring runs, he would have changed the Maria here. But he's going to probably keep flying around for as long as possible so that when he gets to the 6 million extent, he can suicide to Maria and get half of it.
So what's the advantage of using Maria at this point?
Weaker shot, which means that you can destroy the wings a little bit easier. Yeah.
The problem is that at the end of the next stage you have a boss rush of bosses that can only be triggered with Maho character, right?
Yes, that's
so you have first Gomorbo, then you have Passionate Mark II, and then you have Tsunuji and Hayate, so you want to have the character for the whole time alive.
It is pretty difficult to do that though, so I think in Highway he's going to try and at least get at least 1 special extend, but that's really difficult to set up, so we'll see if he picks up the bombs in the next stage. because the special extend you need to drop 3 large bomb items, and then the next item to be triggered by an enemy will be a special extend. And if he picks the bombs up, then that means he's going for a safety play. So hopefully we'll see something good soon.
He will probably go for the special extent of the highway stage.
The third phase of Black Hawk is fairly simple. It does 2 sets of attacks, then a moving Vulcan, and then tries to trap you again. The main difference between this Black Heart and Garrigan's Black Heart is you destroy the wings, and when you destroy the wings, it fires a spread shot. But it fires a spread shot regardless of what path it's firing. So
and a very slow.
Very slow moving. Yeah,
it's very, very nasty.
So if it's doing the moving Vulcan,
Here he's going to try to get both of them. Yes, good. 1.
That's 1.
And
2.
Very nice.
Yeah, if you destroy the cars before the truck stops, it drops a bomb on the main car.
Okay, so he's going for the special extent.
Yeah. Pouring the glass gives you 3k each. That's pretty interesting.
There's a lot of targets here that are worth more for it.
Yeah. The thing is, though, he hasn't got a full bomb, so it might be a little bit tricky to get all of the things here. Auras that plant there for about 1k, I think. Auras these
bombs.
He's going to pick up some fragments.
Try to bomb these guys here too.
Going for it?
No, he's not going for it. But he needs the glass.
Yeah, he gets the glass here. He's probably going to try and wait to get carpet for later, I think.
So yeah, he's low on bombs right now.
On the fuselage? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you have to bomb this one.
Not.
Whoa.
Right. He hasn't dropped a medal, so that's safe. On there, some more medals. One of these should probably stand, so he's got carpet, that's safe. You'll need to change the carpet soon for fast carpet. And Goblin. And Bassinet 2. And hopefully soon Jimaru as well. So through all of that, we should get the extend milestone, which is 7.5. This is a safe trick here, where if you just simulate or misdirect the turret, you can destroy the 2 side parts before the center cannon.
And you're sealing everything.
And the 2 side parts.
And this is also the trigger for Goblin.
Yes, it is. Yeah, the 2 side parts are the trigger for Goblin. You do need a Marvel character in stock to be able to access Goblin.
Oh wow! So you can milk these guys too.
Yeah, and you can seal their green bullets as well. It's pretty risky here though, because if you're not in the right sealing range, you can actually get sniped by them.
He makes it look easy. It's quite difficult actually.
Yeah. It looks like it could easily involve.
Yeah. They can shoot any time and you don't really know when.
So I'm going to try and shoot this down a little bit, do a little bit more damage to the main center cannon, and then when it times out, he's going to shoot it.
He's doing good at this.
Yeah, he's doing well. I mean, I'd say he's a little bit behind them because he should be about 7.5 here, but 6.5 is pretty good. We should get the next milestone fairly simply.
Yep, suicide for Bascock, which purpose?
This is going to be interesting.
So these red enemies give you more points when you aura them, but he did bother for it.
Yeah.
You can destroy this cockpit with a bomb, but you need the bombs for the bosses. So you usually don't take the risk of that route.
Yeah. Destroying the turrets that are active at the moment. Yeah, that's bad. It's not the right side first. Sometimes that happens. When you destroy a turret on the body, it activates a hatch, and these hatches spawn a lot of drones. They're worth a lot of points. He's going to try and milk a lot here. Hopefully he can get up to about 7.2, 7.3, which will give him enough time to get the 7.5 milestone by Bassinet 2. He's destroying the hatch.
Yeah, but a bit too early.
Got Robo should give him enough. This is where it gets tricky because
it's already doing spreads.
Yeah. Once you destroy the other turret and activate the second hatch, it starts firing the spreads, and that's kind of scary, I think. I think we should be okay because it's given him a lot more time than usual. Because usually it phases into a different platform afterwards. You'll see when it phases into a platform, when it fires that green spread attack, it's active on the left side, on the right side, on the left side as well. So once it
Alright.
Now, Robo, we thought was kind of boring, but now we've realized it's actually quite difficult.
Here he's going to go for medals once the arm is extended.
Yeah, spike balls. The timing for this is quite good. Hopefully,
that's perfect. All of them. All of 10.
Beautiful.
to the first one yet. He needs to do that for the second one. So he's just gonna.
You have to destroy it a little bit before it fires.
Yeah. So what he's gonna do here is just gonna chip it over the shoulder. It's generally quite safe to be at that point, but he needs to watch out for its movements as well.
You got really lucky with this one.
Yeah, it's a good second spike ball. It's quite good. And it's
Timing,
high as well.
really good timing, really good timing. Let's see.
Nice!
A little bit early, but good enough.
Really good. Now we can concentrate on getting out the tick points.
He's already at almost like 739, so yeah, he should definitely be
That's quite good.
All he's going to do is he's going to sit here and
Yeah.
you do need to be careful though, because sometimes God Robo moves very quickly to the side. That's extremely dangerous. And sometimes he'll do a jump, but you can misdirect that now by watching out when he crouches. Get in between the cannons, and what God Robo does is he tries to jump onto you when he does that. So if you sit in between him when he does that, just misdirect him straight up and back down.
Yeah, he just did it there.
And another attack is that he runs down on you, but you can stay at the bottom of the screen and won't get hit. So kind of safe.
It's quite rare though. So most of the time he'll do this really simple splash waving thing, and it's kind of boring. So.
Alright, there's 7.5, so he's
Hope he's prepared for a Batrider's player's worst nightmare.
Yep, Flash Net 2 incoming. Quite interesting to see what patterns he gets though. He's got 2 bombs though, so he has got some safety net. He is hopefully it should be good.
Yeah, that's the safe one I was talking about. Yeah, that was stylish.
That was really cool. I got freaked out there for a second, but yeah, that was real cool.
It is actually safe to sit there when you can't exactly you can't be killed
I didn't realize that.
You can't be killed by it. It looks scary, but it's not.
Is he going to take no again here?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah, he's probably going for the rank reduction.
Yeah.
He's trying to get in there. I think the problem is Carpet has a pretty misleading hitbox.
And she's pretty fast, too.
Yeah, she's pretty fast.
Very nice.
Now, the trick here is the left claw on the shoulder needs to activate the missiles. It has activated and he has destroyed it, so he's got missiles. However, that's when this happens.
Oh my god!
That was too close.
Now he's trolling because he's activated both the claw and the grenade bomb.
Oh my god. This fucking monster.
This boss sucks.
But he got the extend, so he has a little bit of leeway.
He needs to destroy that claw very quickly before it gets taken.
Come on, get it.
Alright,
Yeah,
I got it.
Nice.
And now we just built missiles. Hopefully he'll get constant missiles. The main problem here is that if Flashnet starts throwing grenades, it gets very dangerous, especially if he comes down to the bottom half of the screen. But so far he's got good patterns. It's not good scoring patterns now because he's doing the laser spread. But this is the only time when you can destroy him with most of the other
And he's grazing you these shots. It's crazy.
Oh.
So now for this you have to watch out not to destroy the shoulder pads, otherwise you get constant spew out of these fireballs.
Shoulder pads do give you score, but they're also dangerous to destroy like that.
Yeah, you can't score with the medals. It's basically over then.
He's being trolling here. He's not giving any more missiles.
Come on, Dash.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dying too early.
Yeah. When you destroy him, the head flies up, but he leaves an arm, the arm for another 30k.
Right.
That's really cool. I love that you can do stuff to the boss after the guy.
It's pretty cool the kind of stuff you can do.
Yeah.
So here he wants to survive with Prophet until the end so he can get
Hayati. Yeah, Tsumaji's right now.
He's right
right
now.
now.
This boss is pretty good fun, however...
This is difficult.
Nice.
Quite awesome.
The Shuriken attack is pretty hard to deploy.
And he's going to milk it. It is well worth it.
Yeah. The mines are fast fire, but you can destroy the points. And
This pattern, by the way, is fixed, so it looks harder than it actually is. But still.
he's getting good scoring patterns here, though. These ninjas can destroy for items and points as well, which is quite good. You don't want to be a little low-level, right?
Nice.
You should spin out some items.
Let's see how many bombs. None.
No bombs, that sucks. When he's got medals, he needs to pick those up very quickly. Yeah. This blue hover tank gives you an extend when it gets to the end of the stage. It's similar to Gyarados where you destroy both side parts and then kill the boss. But it needs to roll to the middle of the stage first. There's also a second bomb item which comes up.
You could go for the special extend here if you want. If you get 2 extends by the end of the stage with the legacy process. Is he going to try that?
He's just picked up an extend there.
Shit, he just...
He's just picked up an extend there. It's called the 9 million extend. So this is really interesting. I think he's going to try and keep Carpet now because obviously he needs to trigger Hayatomaro, but he doesn't want to lose Flying Baron because he needs Blackheart too. He's behind on bombs and bullets, so hopefully Hayatomaro.
He might leave this to the end and then pick up the ball, but that would disqualify him for the special extend.
Yes.
Or make it harder. He can still get it in stage 6.
Yes. It's possible to get in stage 6, but careful. Yes, he's got it there.
Nice!
So it's like that.
Alright.
Special extend soon.
Very good.
Yeah, that means he's safe.
Is that safety bomb?
Oh, he's got it.
Nice.
Very nice.
Extend.
Oh, he got it.
Got it. Yes, he's got it.
He got it blind.
Alright.
When he got it blind as the overhang came by. God,
Let's go.
fucking overhangs in this game.
Amazing. So hopefully he should get some more bombs here because he's got none. However, Hayatomaro can throw you a lot. If he does the fire tiger attack and then does the dash flames, that's when it gets scary. He's got no chance for that. But it looks like he's getting good attacks here with the shuriken attack.
Yeah, the hitbox of the shurikens are kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah, they can be very nice.
Grab that.
Here we go. Oh, he's getting good patterns here.
Yeah.
Please be good Hayatomaro.
And you can't move this boss, so you just want to kill him as quickly as possible.
Twin.
And you got the quick hit out very quickly.
Twin. He needs to kill the boss.
Go ahead, man.
Come on.
Rank seems to be okay, but not too low. How many bombs?
3!
Nice.
Yes!
Right. Very nice.
Set up for Blackheart. Hopefully he doesn't lose Flying Baron.
Alright. So now he has to get through all 3 of the bosses without dying.
That's assuming it's triggered all 3. So the first one was with Blood. Hopefully if he has triggered all 3, the next one will be so good.
Yeah,
He did get the special. He got the special shot power, didn't he?
yeah, but not the option. The option is for envy. So
Right,
he won't get envy, but so
thank
would-
God.
Yeah.
Which is good, yeah. Thank God he won't get envy, so hopefully he'll manage to keep hang on and get silver, which is pretty easy to get and fairly easy to score as well. So,
Some other relatively hard ones.
yeah. With Blood you just
Whoa!
Dude, don't do that. With Blood you just want to destroy all of the turrets on it. He's trying to destroy the 2 back ones, however that's very difficult. Because if you destroy the back ones and the shoulder one, it will give you arm cannons.
Oh, did he get it? No.
You have to be careful not to get entrapped like this, not to get trapped inside of this because it can be quite difficult at times. So better macro dodge it all.
It seems like he's having some issues with his option controller, but that's always typical when you're in the heat of the moment.
Right.
Here we go. He's going to try and drop that and destroy one of the back.
Maybe.
He's being a bit slow though now. He's going to have to do something here because that center cannon is activated now.
So keep in mind that he's not allowed to die here because otherwise he would lose out on Blackheart Mark II and lose a lot of points. The extended schedule completely messed up. So this is important that he will not die.
He really set up the Blackheart Mark II as well, which will be very exciting to see.
So he got the arms to the side. Which makes it a little bit trickier to maneuver. It's too tight. He's really pulling out some dodges.
He's risking it up here. He is risking it up here. He has 10.5 million, so about 2.05 million.
Come on.
He's on Letterscore back here, so that's good.
Oh, God damn.
He's on fire.
Fucking A, Aquas. This is beautiful.
Kill that boss already, come on.
Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it already. We don't care about the back turrets. Just go die. Just go die. Holy shit. He had to use the bomb.
No, that's fine though. I mean, he's got plenty of bombs in stock. He'll do
Some psycho patterns.
Yeah.
It's a bummer, but it's not the end of the world.
Timeout.
Oh dear.
Oh no, he's the other.
On the arms.
Yeah. No, it didn't trigger any special, so he's going straight to Blackheart 2.
Alright.
So if he hasn't got enough bombs here, what he's probably going to do is he's going to do the Garrick away, in which case he's going to destroy the wings, and then wait until the third form to grenade build. He can still get quite a lot of points off it, because it's got quite a lot of different forms. Missiles is not what you generally want, but you wanted to do this because the grenade spew. When you destroy the wings, it spews more grenades. And just like Blackheart 1, it'll spew it irrespective of what attack it's using at the moment. So it'll just grenade, even when it's doing the Vulcan volley. So he's going to try and time it so that the wings are destroyed on the third form. This is already the first form, so it's a little bit safer. It's not too bad. He's getting very close to the next score milestone now. Second form here is when it starts to drop down. Yep, you just direct it like that. That's very cute.
Yeah, very good option.
He's going to try and do as much damage to the wings here as possible.
While avoiding the wing.
Yeah, of course. He's going to alternate between left and right to try and damage them equally so that when he gets to the third form, he destroys the both at the same time. There we go. Nice option control there. Is it past the small milestone though? Which means that at the beginning of the next stage, he's going to get 2 extends. If he plays his cards right here. With A5 extend, and if he gets to it, he can C extend.
1-1 now.
So yeah, after the first bomb with the Garega character right here, he probably wants to suicide 1 or twice and didn't really have to worry about it. So he just cleared those missiles.
Here we go. Third form, he hasn't destroyed the wings. He's got one side.
Yeah, one's down.
Suicide.
That's okay.
Wants to pick up some of his power-ups though, so he's not taking the damage.
Oh, this nice combination.
Yeah. That's nice. Come on, get the other wing, get the other way.
Yeah, intentional.
Yep. Nice, nice, there we go.
And now we bomb.
One of you just hit and all that.
Like that. Being a little trolly there though by dropping down. Again,
Yep. Oh, did he kill a little early there?
a little early there, yeah. So he's going to get the next extend soon, and then you'll get the C extend very shortly after.
Man, that's fucking awesome.
So he's doing well at the moment.
Yeah, he's doing quite well.
Zenobia City is a very high scoring stage.
Oh,
That's Garega in a nutshell. But right as well.
That's Yagala right there.
That's pretty bad.
When you have to decide between a metal and a light character. Oh god.
That has caused him to lose a lot of score potential here because these bridges and the enemy patches you have lost metals.
Yeah, worth a lot.
A lot of points right here.
It's about 500k here with full bombing of everything. Plus, he wanted to switch to flying back at this point to Locus, so I think he's probably going to be safe. He waits till he gets the next extend milestone.
Yeah, you can't do it anymore.
That would be my guess.
There is a little safe spot here on this turret, but you need to destroy all the turrets first.
Yeah, you should have sides and go right on top of it, right?
Yes.
Oh!
Metal jump again. Be safe. Get up there! Get up there!
Fucking dodges! What are you doing, Aquas? What are you doing?
Safe spot.
Milk safe spot.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, very, very nice.
Very nice. It's 5k for each turret that's destroyed, so he's getting 10k for each pair. Very nice.
So
I haven't seen this one before.
Yeah, this safe spot only works with Cup because of the options. Otherwise, you want to stay on top of the boss and then.
There's another way to do this as well. Flying Baron, you sit on the safe spot, push up against the top of the screen and flank your options sideways. Yeah, and you can do this as well. And plus, the missiles can't fire at you while doing that, so it's entirely safe if you set it correctly. So this, he's getting quite a lot of points here. He's like just about nearly 200,000 points. And it's safe when you set it up. No, that's okay. Flying Baron is okay. He's going to get another extend milestone soon though, so...
Well, that was rough, but manageable.
Yep, extend right here. There we go.
Yep.
So he's got that.
Beautiful.
Nice. So he's going to try and get a full bomb here by destroying both treads, both turrets, and the center cannon. There we go.
And he got it.
Got it, yes.
And he's going to use the larger bombs on the napalm.
Yes,
That works quite a lot.
not on the first one. The first one you shoot to destroy all the turrets, and use turret is worth 10k. Then you bomb the center part, and that's worth 30k. It's only the second one where you want to bomb constantly because around about the area.
There's all the other targets.
Attached turrets and tanks. So when you bomb in that area, it will give you a ton of points. It's like 1.2, 1.3 million. So we call it free extend there. Because when you get there, you bomb everything, and extend bombs out straight away, and that's pretty much a run so quick. So he's got an extends in stock, so he should be safe here. He's going to try and shoot these down. However, with the rank where it is at the moment, it's very high resilience.
Yeah, and Flying Baron doesn't really have the strongest shot, right?
Yeah, so he has to bomb just fine. It's absolutely fine. However,
okay, he won't trigger close switch now, right?
Close switch now. Maria should be okay. I mean, Maria's got a pretty wide shot and should take out quite a lot going around here. This wall is quite tricky though.
Yeah.
The more turrets you destroy the body, the faster the spread gets. So what he's going to try and do is he's going to try and destroy the side turrets first, and then time his attack so that when the hatches are closed, he shoots off, he shoots them down. Whoa.
Oh boy.
This is fine, this is fine. Fine. There we go. That's great. Yeah.
It comes in handy if you don't have a piercing shot right here.
Yeah. These lasers firing pretty quickly, so the rank is quite high. Wow. Attach tanks. Yep. There's a trigger here where you see these little large patches here, which will do something like this. Bomb those, and that will trigger Flashnet R.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Flashnet R is a pretty nasty boss to trigger.
The full bomb from those hatches, or is that another one of those tanks?
It's another one of the tanks, yeah. This is a milking trick here, but he's too overpowered with Maria here. If you have Maria with full wide, but only initial shot.
Well, he's probably going with the aura, right? Yeah.
He's going for the aura milk here. He's going for aura milk here, but if he had initial shot, he would sit down at the bottom of the screen and milk the missiles.
So redirect the options.
Yeah. And those missiles are worth like 1,000 points. You can sit here for God knows how long and get a lot of points here. But he's pretty much set up here. I mean, hopefully he should get the next. He should get the next extend soon and switch the carpet, which will make Grubby pretty interesting. And Grubby is quite a high scoring boss as well. With about 2 million with carpet, so he should get quite a lot of points.
And here we have the tanks underneath the mesh, which he's going to bomb when he gets into the map all here.
Lasers, that's pretty nasty. Hang on, and then bomb. Look at all those points.
So, probably another one, right?
Another bomb.
Yeah, usually two.
He's probably going to bomb again because these tanks coming up here are worth 30k each time Aura will bomb. He might shoot through them just to be safe.
Oh, you can aura. Yeah. He's probably going for the aura.
Man, those like little tiny aura just at the end
Yeah.
Oh, it's so classy.
So this last bit is probably one of the most difficult on this stage.
Yeah.
You have to bomb there. You simply have to.
Yeah, he's going to bomb.
Yeah. Bomber, he did it right after us,
He didn't care about the metal chain at all, but I think he will start a new one for the last stage.
Start again. Ruby. We'll see if he extends.
Just do it.
If he suicides too.
Let some S kick.
Very quickly wipe out things here. That's good. Because those 8 turrets on the body can continue firing while he's doing the attacks. That is quite scary to have. Probably not going to.
Grubby is very scary if you don't especially when you first get to him and you don't really know what he's capable of. He's quite sure. My family is doing it.
So one thing I never got about this boss is that his hands have such a huge amount of health.
They do, yeah. The 2 hands.
They take forever, and they don't really give that much power. Like 30 or 50k? 50k.
Yeah, 50k. It's easier to destroy with carpet though. But this thing means that he has suicide with carpet here. He's probably going to play it safe though because he has Flashnet R coming up. Yeah, misdirect that little turret. It's such a dumb turret that it comes out and it tries to fire you while it's firing around. The trick is you misdirect it inside and then circle around the top of it and then back around to the top because when you follow that pattern, when it stops firing, you have to go to the boss anyway. It's always going to be safe if you do that.
Ooh, that was really close.
Yeah. each of these little turrets that spawn is 10k each. Spinny spins. Spinny spins. There we go.
about that play.
And you get 50k for destroying it with aura, right?
Yes, 50k for that aura, yeah. So he's going to try and destroy as many of these turrets as possible. Without carpet, you're going to get less. He's aiming, I think, for the F extend soon, so that should be quite safe.
Yeah, with carpet, you have the problem that his options are piercing and you don't get any points, or like only 1,000 points each for those hands.
And it looks like we have to go record holder in chat.
Yeah.
That has in chat, yeah.
Yeah? Alright.
Awesome. So he's doing good. Actually, you can't see chat, but he's good.
Yeah, I think he'd be a little scared of the.
Yeah.
Although he knew that he'd be letting it show you.
Yeah. He's doing okay here though. Storm potential is a little bit low because of no cards. I think I'm just going to save this out. Get some EF extend for the start of the final stage.
Alright.
Yep. He's going to get an extend very soon.
Yeah.
Passionate
Grubby R. Passionate R, right, not Grubby R.
Yeah.
Passionate R, right.
Passionate R is not a very high scoring boss, but it is a very difficult boss.
Well, if you milk it, you can get quite a few points from these green, bigger enemies that appear before the boss right now.
Yeah.
They give you 50k each.
I love his like.
Yeah, it's like he's mixing it up there.
Yeah, right.
He's really got those like devious hands going.
He's rubbing his hands together. So he's just going to try and knock these out. He's getting quite a lot of points, so he should hopefully get the F extend soon.
He has completely abandoned meddling, which is surprising me because he could have easily meddled up here.
Yeah. It's probably safer not to say something meddling, just in case. It's difficult to get an extend off one of these guys. I don't know what the conditions are. But he's milking out. And that's quite a lot of points actually.
Yeah.
Now this is going to be tricky because this boss is firing a simple pattern here at the moment, but sometimes it triggers the worst pattern in the game, which is this.
Yeah.
Lasers. And if you're not prepared for them, they block you like this.
Yep.
And they block you from getting to the side of the screen as well.
Yeah.
So
You simply need to pray for good combinations.
yeah,
Otherwise,
okay,
you'll
yeah.
mess up.
Honestly, these are the worst kinds of patterns where the actual pattern is difficult, but then your movement is so heavily constrained.
Alright,
It's not
second
the
phase.
first form there. It's first form fine.
Yep.
Laser spread misdirected, which is good.
Yep.
So now here you can destroy both arms for 50k each.
Yes.
He's probably going for it because
Yeah, he's going for it.
Yeah.
Maria should get this fairly easily because
Maria's just so wide.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, you see he's going up here.
this is easy. Just right, left. That is dead already. Okay.
F6, that's a really good score potential.
F6.
there.
Yes.
Entering the last stage. Alright.
Great score potential. Go on, Aquas, you can do this.
Yes!
Ah, got it.
Oh, man. That was...
That is so trolly.
Oh, God.
So trolly at the beginning of Gigantech building. That overhang blocks all of your visibility, so you've got to sit at the top of the screen and try and see where items are coming from.
Okay, here comes the deadly desk.
Yep, the infamous table. Yeah. The world's most dangerous table. Yep, you start from the right side to misdirect that because it always fires from the left version. Second phase, yeah.
Is there any milking with the table, or is it just...
Well, the turrets, that it generates enough points, but generally you just want to get it out of the way as possible.
It's too dangerous, it's too late.
Yeah, it's a scary. It's a very scary table.
Oh, yeah, didn't you know they're filming the Office there now?
Yeah. Yeah. There we go, it's destroyed it, which is pretty good actually. I mean, it's worth like, I think 30k, but it's got a very high amount of hit points, so you can't actually miss destroying that table and lose a lot of points for this. This is going to be scary though, because these canisters are worth,
Yeah, now he's entering bullet hell in a rising king.
they're worth a lot of points, but when they crack open, they fire three-way, yeah. I mean, with Carpet, it should be too much of a problem because she's got a very straight shot. But with someone like Maria, for example, or say Strawman with homing options which fire everywhere, there's going to be bullets everywhere.
What he's doing here is very carefully not destroying anything on the side, so he doesn't trigger those, which is a very good way of doing it because if you do trigger them, it's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard to do.
Yeah, Nokia is a very challenging section. These flame turrets, you see how they charge the flame up first before they fly the burst?
They drop the full body right as they start.
Yes, yeah. you've got a very good visual cue, but you only have a second to do it. That was missed that one. Yeah. So with carpet, the idea is just to shoot it very carefully and then bomb. So that way you've got a bomb trade off. He's missed that one.
No.
Ball Macros, get it.
He's getting quite unlucky.
I don't think he wants to waste the full bomb he has.
Yeah, he really has to hold bombs now for the last boss.
Oh, that looked a bit quick.
Yeah, wasting one.
G5 is the next score milestone.
Oh.
Well.
Still hiding stuff, yeah. That is
oh god.
Oh, scary though, because Flying Baron is not good at this at all.
Come on, Aquas.
Get the fucking bomb. Get the fucking bomb.
No. Oh, you got it. You got
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Nice.
Didn't get that one.
Next one. Oh man, that fucking sniper plane.
Those things can...
Dude, nice. Beautiful.
Those things can kill you if they crash into you as well.
Yeah.
Because they look like ground enemies, but they're actually air enemies.
Yep.
He's got that one.
Got one.
Nice.
Got one.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh! Oh man. Oh my god, that was... Well, he told us already that he was going to credit through and just show off the rest of the game the best he could. That was an amazing run.
Absolutely stunning. Extraordinary skill.
Fucking wow.
Oh my god.
But to have it end like that, so close. Oh man. Regardless, absolutely fucking amazing play, and still more to see. His discharge play is incredibly cool. If you haven't seen it.
Yeah, Discharge is a great boss. I mean, the first form you can cheese out for a very easy kill.
Yeah. Or you can milk it for a lot of points in a very complicated way.
But the second and third form is so much fun to do.
Yes, now he's just showing off.
Yeah.
You can actually stay at the very top in the middle and then just seal all the bullets, but
Aquas, you fucking
he
cheese.
doesn't
He's
need
showing
to.
off, yeah.
He's just...
Oh no. That's not my end. Stunfest just lost their connection as well.
He's still playing. He's still playing. He's on it.
Q bomb. So MK's next. Okay.
He's reached discharge.
Yeah.
He's milking it, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks like he's milking it. He took out the left shoulder, looks like. He's bringing back another laser turret.
Yeah, he's still on the first form.
Sorry, we lost the signal.
Okay, he's
so everyone's
yeah, he's still making the first form. He hasn't died yet, it looks like. They have cameras that we don't have access to.
Yeah.
Okay, then he did a safe spot on the center, killed it. Moving on to the second form now.
Yeah. Still on the...
Yeah, so he's on the rise up now.
Yeah.
Debris falling down.
Rock form.
Fucking aim it.
Si, mais ça marche au machin et alimenté par le max, c'est ça.
Can you see if can we get no? It's too blown out.
No.
I'm just gonna try to look at their screen so we could get what's going on. But
So discharge main form just
main
just
form
in.
discharge. Trying to deal with the laser belt.
Oh, we got it back.
Yes. No. Okay. Sweet.
Just in time.
So yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't get the troll spin here, where if you destroy the laser
Yeah.
just as it's spinning,
You have to
it will
carefully time the kill.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
Alright, got it.
Good.
A little
Got
too
it.
close for comfort there, but I think you got it.
Yeah. So, second form is pretty nasty. Sometimes it mixes it up like this.
This is a brutal pattern to start with, and lightsabers now too.
Yeah, these are worth the milk actually, but not with the piercing.
10k with most chips, but with carpet it's like 1k. He's getting pretty nasty patterns here. Okay, but that's okay. I mean, he's got extended sight. There we go. He's getting grenades. Yeah.
These grenades are not really rough to do.
No. Now it activates the pods, and this is where it gets tricky because they have some nasty trap patterns. But there's a little trick you can do. If you destroy one side, you can sit on that side and push the screen up, and that will block the other one off from shooting. So what he's going to do again, he's going to sit just so that the other one is off screen so it stops firing. Now he's got some space, so he moves over, and then he's got some time to attack. If he doesn't have enough space again, he's going to move back over to the right. He's going to use the arrow. All the while he's damaging the main body.
Yep.
Yeah. Boss should be pretty much dead soon.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh my god!
Wow,
It's
nice.
very early.
Yeah, they just went. Those laser attacks.
One pod is still alive. I haven't seen this.
Yeah. The only way you can tell what attack it's going to do is to watch him very carefully. That's okay. He's got an extended back. And it's down.
Nice.
Whoa, already.
Beautiful.
Good going, Aquas. So casual 2cc.
Yeah, Aquas!
Wow.
That was quite the run.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
How much could you hope for more for live run? This was absolutely
Exactly,
amazing,
yeah.
Stunning.
Amazing stuff. I mean, he said he was dialing it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he was dialing it down.
Back to maintenance mode.
No, that's so boss. I mean, his PB is like 9.5, so he's only 2 million behind.
Very close to PB.
Yeah, he pushed it recently too.
2 million behind. So good.
Maybe get another shot in the front.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can.
Yeah, look at all of that, guys. Look at how many is watching Batrider.
You can't really see the bleachers, but there's a lot of people up there.
There's a lot out there.
Yeah.
Aquas back.
That was a fucking awesome game.
Good job. Beautiful job, man. Amazing. Really good stuff.
Hang on.
Beautiful run.
That was awesome.
Oh, I gave a couple words.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But for this, I don't know. But yeah.
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking happy with that.
Nicely done, man.
And the game over is like, I heard the crowd and they were like, ah. I enjoyed that. But yeah, I don't think it could have went better besides the game over.
Yeah, I mean, you got far, you got a lot of score tricks in.
And those really clutch extend pickups in there as well.
Blind extern.
Oh my god.
It was an amazing run.
Thank you.
You had some great fun with Hayate Maru giving you those 3 bombs as well.
Yeah, when they happened, I was just like, fuck yeah.
I was hearing you when you get the 3 bombs on Hayate.
Yeah, I was yelling over there.
The 3 bombs on
Yeah. Well, it's random.
It's random. It's cherry bombs.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Not necessarily.
Cherry bombs that's amazing.
Thank you. I'm pretty
So yeah, that's Batrider, guys.
Yeah.
That was exciting, man.
Yeah, Low Squid and the 2 rivals. So, I mean,
That's amazing.
Tomorrow, I think we have Eschatos and
Yeah, it's Eschatos and Defecons and Black Label.
yeah. So we've got Radical, our own Radical.
what was that? The total score?
G.2.
Oh, nice. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
That was the original estimate that I had been put, but then I went down to C.
Yeah.
No, I mean, your original was F, so you blew that out of the park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes on highway,
Yeah, so tomorrow we have Eschatos and Defecons and Black Label. So Urpo and Radical will be up tomorrow, and they should be amazing stuff. Radical had a really good run yesterday.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. So yeah,
You got a new PT, right?
huh?
got a new PB, right? Or,
New PB, yeah.
Close to it? Or
Very close to it, yeah. I mean, he was aiming for 50 million, but he died twice on the boss, I think, so it dropped a little bit. So I think tomorrow should be pretty exciting to watch. Eschatos on the main stage will be amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And DFK is always pretty interesting to see.
Yeah,
especially strong load is going to be.
Yeah.
Those patterns, man.
Yeah, those patterns go. Oppo can pretty handily get to the batteries.
Easy.
Yeah.
But he can pay.
Yeah.
all right.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for helping out with commentary.
Oh, pleasure.
Hope you had some fun.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, pleasure. I mean, hopefully people enjoyed that run because we definitely did.
That was fantastic.
We definitely did.
Well, let's wind it down then.
Yeah.
So, thanks everyone for hanging out and watching. We are done for the day. We're not going to be able to stream from the side stage as much as I'd like to. It's just not going to happen. I hope you enjoyed the runs today. That was fucking amazing. Both of them were amazing. Yeah, thank you. And tomorrow's going to be, as we said, man, I feel left out. Tomorrow's going to be DFKBL and Eschatos, which should both be quite exciting. And that'll be it for shooting game coverage from Stunfest. So this has been amazing so far. Let's finish it strong. Thanks everyone for watching, and have a nice night.
Shooting love will never die.
Yeah, shooting game never die.
Shooting game never dies.